Oh, extends the range of a power source. There we go. Well, that's handy. Nice power transmitter. So yes, hello, welcome back everybody. I was actually just considering things to build, such as an observatory, which might be really nice. We'll leave it for now though. I feel like this place is giving us a good enough view of the surrounding area regardless, and if I was to put it underwater, it wouldn't be pretty enough to warrant doing anyway. So from in here, in our seaside home, let's have a look at some blueprints and see if they have anything interesting to say. Let's see. Cyclops Bridge hull blueprint, engine blueprints, and the Cyclops itself, ingredients unknown. How about all the ingredients? Power transmitter extends the range of a power source. Yeah, okay, so we got that, that's fine. What else? Double bed, picture frame wall planter, nothing which is gonna, you know, sweep us off our feet. Alien eggs, no. Blueprints, habitat installations, a spotlight. Permanent lighting solution developed for installation on existing habitats and facilities. Automatically rotates on a 180-degree arc. Interesting. Oh, we'll track nearby moving objects as well. That's really cool. Nice, I like that a lot. The water filtration system draws water unfit for human consumption from an external source, automatically splits it into its constituent parts, and outputs consumable liquid water and salts while disposing of any harmful byproduct. It can be built by any compatible habitat module, but has substantial power requirements. The Altera water filtration system, any liquid into pure, refreshing, pH balanced water? Yes, sir. Any liquid. Any liquid. What a worrying addendum. Spotlight, solar panel, scanner room, planters and pots, moon pool. The moon pool is an essential module for long-term exploration. Its primary function is a dry dock for small vehicles such as the Seamoth and Prawn Suit, which we've actually picked up a couple schematics for. The large central chamber contains a pressurized pool, which provides ready access to the surrounding waters, and comes as standard with equipment for raising and recharging a vehicle. Excellent. When outfitted with a vehicle modification station, the moon pool can be used to build and equip vehicle upgrades. So it's sizable, with 6 connection points. It makes probably a good centerpiece. Habitat hull strength, reliability at sea level -5, capacity 1 Seamoth, so it's for one vehicle really, which is fine because I only got the 1 Seamoth. High power consumption as well. You know, that nuclear reactor is looking more and more likely. Yeah, fabricator, aquarium. 8 small aquatic organisms. I did read that before though, so we're good. What about this? Creature decoy, this freaking useless piece of crap. Handheld snow, propulsion cannon, radiation suit. Nope, we're all good on that one actually. Power. Nuclear reactor. Renewable energy sources will usually be sufficient for maintaining a small outpost. For everything else, there's nuclear power. Powered by up to 4 replaceable uranium reactor rods. Do not attempt to replace reactor rods without a full radiation suit. Do not attempt to overclock the reactor. No thank you. Nuclear is ideal for energy-intensive operations such as self-sufficient colony. Yep, definitely not me. Industrial outposts operating multiple docks and heavy machinery. Research stations housing live specimens. Makes sense. And then there's the thermal plant, which do I have like full... Do I have the thermal plant yet? No, I need another piece. First rule of survival is to work in resources available. If it's 800 degrees outside and you're in danger of burning to death at any moment, you might as well get some cheap, reliable energy out of it. There is that geyser nearby. I think I've read this before, though. Cyclops, yep. Yeah, we'll read more about that when the time comes where we actually get one. Data downloads, I think we've got all this stuff. Yeah. Artifacts, scan data. You know, I still haven't found a valuable energy source. It requires a substantial power source to be recharged. So what, I can load an ion thing into anything and have reliable power on it, like for ages? That's interesting. Geological data. We got magnetite. Magnetite is an iron oxide valued for its magnetic potential amongst other qualities. It is used in many Federation technologies, including sonar and torpedo systems. Lovely. Limestone, sandstone, scattered wreckage, yeah. I haven't read this before. Being heated over to 1,200 Celsius. Hull disintegration during atmospheric entry. Salvage of intact portions of Altera vessels is prohibited at legal moral and technical levels. However, scraps such as these may be reclaimed for their titanium content at any Altera fabricator. Lovely. Sedimentary rocks is formed from flakes of clay minerals, inside of which are rare metals such as lithium. Geological conditions on this planet mean it tends to be found in deeper biomes. And uranite. Naturally occurring uranium oxide, highly radioactive and unstable. Its primary use is in the production of uranium reactor rods for nuclear generators. Yeah, I mean, I figured that would be that. As for the coral, earthen coral tubes, I don't really remember scanning those, but genetic resemblance to the giant coral tubes encountered elsewhere. Yep. Evolutionary, you know what, if I'm going to do this, I might as well sit and do it, like, without rushing through it. So let me just grab a wee drink. Finish the last of my rum. Try to get my voice back. Do you know what? I actually don't remember scanning this. Earthen coral tubes is distinct from the giant coral tubes. I wonder what it's used for. I don't know where I would have found that, actually. Oh well. The variety of coral formations on 4546b appear to be different solutions to the same problem of maximizing water and nutrient flow throughout the colony. These particular variants funnel water down a tube, filtering nutrients as they pass. Yeah, I read that already. Why am I reading it again? Just analysis of these large organic structures reveals. What is that in the distance? Sorry, something caught my eye out there. I don't think it was anything. Analysis is, microcosm of cooperating, cohabiting, and competing life forms. The main trunk is a species of coral. Some colonies of up to 50,000 years old. The caps which line it share more in common with earth fungi. Other organisms grow on the structure wherever there is space and light. Surrounding waters are dense with herbivorous life forms in the 1mm to 10mm range, to the extent that larger herbivores appear to have mostly abandoned the area. Okay. How about those rays then? They're exploitable. Maybe they're good eating. I might try that. So, the carnivores, obviously. We got stalker teeth. Extended analysis of acquired dental samples has been completed. Samples match to species designated stalker. Stalker teeth exhibit extraordinary lightness and strength. Excuse me. Contain only trace amounts of calcium. The edges show signs of wear and are studied with metal flakes, providing evidence that the stalker. Yeah, metal deposits to sharpen the teeth. We definitely know that. And that's why I have the enameled glass thing. Okay, so what's the blueprint for enameled glass? Where are you? Down here? No. It'd be in basic stuff, right? Yeah, there we go. One of each. So, they've got to be pretty easy to get. Large herbivores, the jelly ray. So it is a herbivore. This species has adapted to low light environments with a translucent, luminescent body. The adaptation may help to light up the surrounding area for foraging, ward away predators, and identify the organism to others of its kind. Smaller creatures have been swimming in the jelly ray's wake to take advantage of the light source for their own ends, and the ray itself will approach light sources, perhaps mistaking them for others of its own species. It's inedible, but it certainly is pretty. Lovely. And we got all this stuff, none of which I think is I think it's all familiar at this point. Got the whole fish. I haven't thought about those guys in a while. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read about all this when the time came. Leviathan, of course, we now know the Reaper. And continue to fear him. Check out the threat level. It's maximum versus minimum. We've met and encountered and survived one of the most dangerous things. That's what I was going to say so long ago. Survive one of the most dangerous encounters. I could have done it and died, and maybe dying to a Reaper Leviathan would have decreased my fear of it, because hey, well, it's already killed me. I've already died to it. What the hell else is it gonna do? But the fact is, the fact that we got away first time, the fact that we succeeded first time, made the triumph way better. Like, I've had an idea. How much does the foundation cost? Titanium and lead. We've not only faced a Reaper, but we've lived to tell about it. Maybe there's no difference between doing that and... Did I do that right? Maybe there's no difference between that and scanning it after the first few times. Whatever, but... In my head, that's a much better victory. And a much more satisfying end to that little saga. So, can I... See, it's making me attach it there. So I'm just wondering... This might look terrible. I'm still swimming. I was hoping for like a balcony kind of thing where I can like step out and like stand on the land. Oh, let me deconstruct you. Attached components? Like what? Oh, for goodness sake. Always save before doing anything. Come here. I must have scanned you. Enzyme host. You know, I noticed a strange kind of glow around certain peepers before. That must be what I just scanned. Ah, shit, inventory full. I'll drop one of the hoverfish. They're not very good. Copper, copper, copper. Gotta have some copper. Enzyme hosts, huh? Speaking of data banks, that's a good find. See, I thought I saw something like that, and it has been noticeable, but I just thought I was failing to notice it amongst other peepers. Because a fair few of them seem to be doing that, but maybe it's the area. Let's go cook these fish up first, because they do get old quite fast. Well, unless you keep them alive, of course, which is actually what I'm doing. But you kill them and keep them in your inventory. Say, for example, you by hitting them with your sea moth, which happened earlier. Different story, different kettle of fish. So what effect did I just get? Flora. Sea. Cave bush. A purple luminescent species which grows well on hardy terrain away from sunlight. That's really interesting. Advanced theories. Enzyme host. The peeper specimen was observed emitting a faint fluorescent enzyme trail and engaging in unusual behavioural patterns. Peepers actively approaching other creatures, including predators. The specimen is hosted a bacterial infection, however the infection is currently dormant. Peeper's stomach cavity contains an unknown enzyme of foreign origin. Bears some superficial similarity to the stomach enzymes of larger predators. Okay. Contact with the enzyme appears to inhibit the symptoms of the bacterial infection. Complex structure renders synthesis impossible. Contact with the enzyme appears to... We have... Okay, first of all, I'm going to stop scanning limestone chunks. I'm good, thanks. Nice to know there's so many overflowing options nearby. Do you want to scan for anything else? There's fragments nearby, but we knew that. Lithium's great. Stalker teeth is also good. Metal salvage. Not a huge amount. I can't really think of what else I might need for the moment, but yeah, that's interesting. So we glitched out screen there. Let's not worry about it. Right, yes, I wanted to make some copper wire. Copper wire. Do you know, I don't know if this will do anything. Let's nip out. We're going to try and catch one. I guess I need to take this from something, so let's just grab a Sea Glide replacement battery from this. Do I have another battery now at 0% charge? There we go. Trying to be organised. I like that I step out into thin air like a Looney Tunes character each time. Alright, it was down here. I'm not going to hurt this thing if we can avoid it, but I do think it's worth investigating. There's a stalker over there. So my my audio program crashed, like full on just gone from it. Luckily I was able to recover the audio, but that's never happened before. I've lost audio maybe like 2 times throughout my entire Let's Playing career, quotation marks. Here, is this it? No, that's not it, it's just a normal one. Grab some salt though, don't mind if I do. Bit of lead. Might as well gather some resources while I'm out here. Here we go. Is this one? Oh no, I'm around the warper again. There's gotta be one here somewhere. Do you know what? I'll come across it naturally. Yeah, it's coming for me. Bye. Yeah, I think it fired like a teleportation thing at me just there. Water, 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 water. Water, 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 water. Well, it's around the facility, so let's search around there. Is this one? No. Any of these ones? No. No. Unusual behavioral activity. Bunch. The way it goes. Yeah, God. I appreciate that some of this seems obvious. And it is. Like, for the record, when you pay attention to it, it's obvious. But the fact is, your mind's busy doing a bunch of other stuff. I remember, buddy of mine was started watching my episodes recently, and he was at the third episode watching me struggle to find a food source while surrounded by small edible fish. I couldn't even tell you what I was thinking right then. Just, it wasn't even a conscious effort to be vegetarian for the sake of not killing the cute wildlife. There's more something to do with... I'm grabbing this beacon while I'm here, by the way. Because we already have a beacon from it. So maybe we don't need another one, thank you very much. I know there are warpers down here, but there's also bound to be a couple of those fancy peepers, because I've definitely seen them around here before. It's infected another way, but here's a few down here. Yes, I see at least one there. There's one. There's one. Yes, gotcha. Maybe this won't do anything, and maybe that's fine. Huh. Oh, that was down where the old base was. That's good. Much happier with my new base location. Despite they giving me an indicator of the Reaper Leviathan. I just hated there was this bully cast drop off with bone sharks on one end and freaking Reaper screens on the other. Freaking boring / terrifying. So this is just a peeper. Edible prey fish, high calorie count. It doesn't appear to do anything. It's not added blueprints to me or anything like that. What's the voice log? Oh yeah, the biomass in this area picking up faint Altera vehicle signatures. So everything in that biome is probably to do with... Oh, there's another one. Okay. Knowing that this is definitely one. Grabbing it? No. Okay, well, let's just release them. Something's going on with the peepers, and unless I need to eat them, I'm not going to. Especially those ones, like, I say especially those ones. Eating them could actually help me kind of ingest the cure into me, I suppose, would be a potential outcome to that whole thing. Bit of a long shot, though. If I find any evidence, I'll start munching on them, but... I don't know. They've displayed some semi-intelligent behavior similar to dogs, and I wouldn't eat a bloody dog. Got this shell as well here while we're here. The bladderfish down there. And maybe let's consider this a throwback. Look at us. We are simply foraging for some food and some water. Like back in the olden days. The thing was definitely not there from like the start of the game, you know? Like when I came out here the first time, I really don't think that spawned. It also has a particle emission effect similar to what I thought I was seeing an electrical discharge on the, here we go.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
On the wreckage on the way over here, maybe that thing that we saw is infested with warpers, which is interesting. Why would they be over there? Might be a wreckage worth investigating. However, we are not going to investigate that wreckage in the meantime, because the mountain itself calls. we're going to build a base against the mountain, we might as well fully explore it. Now, it's a bit twisty and turny, I will admit. There we go, that's a good level. It's not ideal, but whatever. Let's dump everything else we need in there. In the next episode, guys, we shall do a thing. We shall go into the mountain to explore. Because what the hey, right? In the meantime, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Here at sunset, I will see you in the next episode.